time to crack open the sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
All right, hey, Bulldog, I know we got a lot to get to. How about we touch on the non-football related items, and then we'll get into, Thursday Night Football last night, the debacle that was, and then preview the upcoming weekend action.
Well, the big non-football story, the game one of the World Series tonight, I believe 8:03, first pitch. Obviously, the cheating Houston Astros take on the Philadelphia Phillies. It's going to be interesting to see what happens if the Astros win again without cheating. I guess they're not cheating now because they've been investigated and got the penalties and all of that. But I think most people in America are rooting for the Phillies to win the World Series. Wouldn't you agree?
Astros heavy favorites, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We had a listener that texted in earlier, called them in 5.
Well, they haven't lost yet in the playoffs.
I know.
They're just rolling.
Just remember the last two. Well, the Phillies have won the World Series twice, and they both coincided with financial crashes.
That's lovely.
Thanks, Len.
Happy Friday, Bulldog.
I'm just
pointing out the half empty.
Stating it. No, it's a fact. It's a fact.
I think we're already in a financial crisis, by the way.
Well,
a little bit.
Yeah, a little.
Yeah. Penultimate NASCAR race is this weekend at Martinsville. They will cut it down to the final 4 heading into the last race of the season, the championship race, and that'll be at Phoenix. So, Taco Bob, do you know what penultimate?
Nice use of that. I was going to compliment you, by the way.
Yes, that's the newer version of the Minolta camera.
Okay. The penultimate. There was a camera called something like that.
Minolta.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, Minolta. Anyway.
Think the Magic will find their first win tonight?
Well, they play Charlotte, and Coach Steve Clifford, former Coach Steve Clifford of the Magic, now coaching the Charlotte Hornets for his second stint in Charlotte. I don't know. They have another injury now. Cole Anthony, their starting point guard. He's out with some sort of strained abdominal muscle, so he's not going to be playing. Nobody knows when exactly he's going to come back. I told you guys this earlier. The Magic are 0-5 with all these injuries. When's it time to start thinking about tanking for the great Victor Wembanyama, the 7'2" French phenom, who will be the number 1 pick in the draft?
Come on, you can't tank. You know what might happen playing in Lakeland.
Or the relegation, our new policy. Yes.
Hey, I'm wearing my Magic shirt today representing Bulldog. Ask Lyncher.
Yeah, he is.
Wow.
All right, Lightning are off tonight. They continue their West Coast swing tomorrow night at San Jose. What else we got, Bulldog? Other than that, we ready to address the elephant in the room from last night?
Yeah, the Bucks go down. They lose their 3rd straight game, 27-22. To the Baltimore Ravens. Tom Brady hasn't lost 3 straight since 2002, which was his first year as a full-time starter with the New England Patriots. Lamar Jackson and that Ravens offense just gutted Tampa Bay in the second half. 231 rushing yards for the Ravens. I think 227 of them came in the second half. And that's part of the problem for the Buccaneers. The defense is getting gutted because they're on the field too damn much because the offense isn't doing its part. Time of possession last night, about 39 minutes for the Ravens, 21 for the Bucks, and the Bucks offense just not being efficient right now. The fans evidently last night in Tampa Bay were chanting "Fire Leftwich, Fire Leftwich." They're talking about firing offensive coordinator Byron Leftwich. I was reading some of the stories from last night. Tom Brady, after most everybody else had cleared out of the locker room, he was still sitting in front of his locker in full uniform, with his head in his hand,
moping. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
you see, Julio Jones finally got his ass back on the field.
Yeah, he caught a touchdown pass with like 49 seconds left. That was Brady's only touchdown pass.
Are you guys ready for breakfast with the Jaguars on a Sunday morning?
I am. The London Jaguars. I love when the Jaguars play in London. So yeah, that's a 9:30 p.m.
Yeah, 9:30
or 9:30 a.m. kickoff against the Denver Broncos. Looks like Russell Wilson will play in that game. I like the Jags to beat the Broncos. Miami the Dolphins take on Detroit this weekend. Dolphins should win that game. By the way, if anybody has Tua in their fantasy league, he's going to put up big numbers. There's only one game this week between two teams with winning records.
I was just looking at the schedule going, this is curious.
You want to guess which one it is? Giants at Seattle.
Okay.
That's your only game between two teams with winning records this week in the NFL. So college football, we got some good ones. Cincinnati at UCF, must win for UCF. If they lose this one, just about every goal is probably gone. They're not going to win the conference championship if they lose to Cincinnati. They'll give them 2 conference losses. In my opinion, this is the biggest game of Coach Gus Malzahn's short tenure at UCF. He needs to win this game. They need to get on a roll. They need to try to win the conference championship as they head into the Big 12 next season. They need some momentum heading into the Big 12 next year. Florida takes on Georgia. Georgia, a 22.5-point favorite over the Gators. That's the biggest spread in that series since 1995. If the Gators can stay within double digits, I think it's a moral victory for the Gators.
Wow.
I agree.
Anthony Richardson just has to turn into Superman if they expect to even stay on the field.
I think I see a white flag waving over in the Metro West area hours before kickoff.
Other college games of note, I guess the best college game I can see is Kentucky at number 3 Tennessee. Kentucky, of course, ranked number 19. The Miami Hurricanes take on Thomas Jefferson School, Virginia. They're favored by 2. Miami got a big-time recruit yesterday.
I saw we're like 4th in the country. Something.
A cornerback from Lakeland, Mario Cristobal, killing it on the recruiting trail.
Wow.
Not killing it on the field, though.
I got to give him credit because, the way things have been going, I could see some of those potential recruits, saying, I might go elsewhere.
Well, when you got that John Ruiz booster filling up the NIL coffers, it sort of helps recruiting. I don't think they care what your record is as long as they're getting their pockets filled.
Well, that's true. We will explore college football more in depth in the final segment of the show later on when your coworker there over at the game, Mark Daniels, joins us. He'll have the play-by-play of the UCF Cincinnati game.
Ask Mark Daniels if this is the biggest game of the Gus Malzahn era.
We will. He may voluntarily say that.
Yeah, okay.
Mike the Bulldog Bianchi from FM 96.9 The Game, sports columnist for the Orlando Sentinel. Grown man barking here on JRR.
Oh!